Welcome to another episode of At Viking Diff. With us today are two distinguished alums. Can't believe who we have with us today. Spencer Ware, legendary artist, which we'll talk about in a little bit, but also quite an athlete at Princeton and also in the NFL, but most importantly, a great man. And most important piece of his life is his wife, Hope Ware, but also Hope Fletcher. She was an amazing athlete herself at Princeton. We're going to get right to it. So Spencer, welcome back. Hope, welcome back. Thanks for coming.
No problem.
What do you think about this new building?
I'm jealous. Very jealous. I was looking at it. Yeah, it's huge.
Huge, yeah?
Yeah, definitely huge. It's just a little different.
A little bit different than when you guys were walking the hallways, right?
Definitely.
Different side of the street, a whole new building. So we had a great building project here not too long ago, opened up 4 years ago. So it's awesome to welcome back two great alums. When you guys were at Princeton, what did you feel about the experience? Like you guys walk in the hallways, what did you feel about Princeton?
So I love the fact that it was really diverse. I was able to meet a lot of different friends, and I mean white, black, Hispanic, and just walking through the halls today, I see that that's still the same. So that's nice. And then even just being a part of the softball program, just being a part of the GMC, is that still correct? Okay.
Yeah.
It gave me some opportunities to be seen.
So for those who don't know, Hope set some GMC records herself, played Division I softball.
Correct. I went to North Carolina, A&T, that's in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Okay. You graduated there? And
I graduated with a bachelor's in fashion merchandise and design. And then I went to New York and worked for a while as the merchandising manager at Armani Exchange. And then we kind of went into football, into Seattle, and things have kind of just kept growing from there.
Great.
Yeah.
All right, so Spencer, what about you? Princeton, what does it mean to you when you think about the Vikings?
Tradition and history. I just think about the great athletes, I should say. They kind of came through, but just the people in general. Community. A lot of my family members have gone through Princeton. So I wanted to be, just like them. I wanted to be part of that, Viking family, part of that Viking country. Made it happen. Like she talked about the diversity, but sports and also academically, like I was able to, be different, weird, and athletic at the same time. Like just all like at once. And Princeton allowed me to do that freely, and I excelled by doing that. But then also coming here, you guys had the courage to offer, a kid like me from the city, and then gave me opportunity to further, my education and also athletics, and still going.
Yeah, so Spencer, you touched on something we talk about all the time. It's in multiple pathways and multiple opportunities that we have here. So it's much more than just being an athlete. It's being able to participate in the art. All right, so, boy, I tell you, we talked about the diversity in the school. We talked about diversity in course offerings, being an AP student, being so creative and all that stuff. Probably people really want to hear some stories. So football, everything here. But rumor has it, though, baseball, too. He's a very talented baseball player you were as well. And you played a little bit at LSU as well?
Yes, sir, I did. That was freshman year I did. Yeah, baseball, I love it. I don't know if I'll go back to it right now. I'm just focused on this career.
Sure. Sure, things are really bright. In fact, I remember when you had an opportunity when you went in, I forget exactly what year, I think it was 2 years ago, you had almost 1,000 yards rushing and almost 500 yards receiving. It was big, and then unfortunately had a little injury. And we were talking to a student earlier today, and I said, when you think of Spencer Ware, what do you think about? Remember what he said? Work ethic. Can you talk a little bit about the importance of work ethic?
Man, it's the unseen. It's believing the unseen. Man, that work ethic, you need it, but it's all mental. It's all mental. Less body, but more mental. Once you develop that awareness mentally about what needs to be done, then you can apply it to your process, and then you can get after it.
That's great. So Hope, would you say you always worked hard?
Yeah, I'm going to say I'm always 100% like that perfectionist. things need to be on time, scheduled. His work ethic is great, and I think I'm the piece of, I'm really big on preparation. Let's prepare, let's, do our research, let's, get everything in line and get things scheduled, and I think that's what makes us a great team.
Yeah. So, boy, I tell you, Spencer and Hope, I've learned a lot about you guys in a short period of time, but let's talk a little bit about art. So what did art mean to you and kind of being able to express yourselves? I understand both of you, painter, draw, do a lot of different things. What do you want to say about the power of art?
I'm going to say the freedom to express yourself and you don't have to explain it or use words. So growing up a lot, I would say I was pretty shy and I didn't talk that much. So just having a way to express yourself and with no explanation is probably my best thing. And I like the creativity of it, as well as that's part of the reason why I got into fashion, so I can be creative and come up with different ideas.
It's fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I've got my own clothing line. It's called HEMA, H-E-M-A, and Company. And it's just online now. It's a women's boutique.
Okay.
And we sell a lot of things. And I'm getting ready to expand into a sports line. If you want to check it out, you go to www.hemacompany.com.
So Spencer, what about art?
Art, what not about it? You can do, as she said, anything that you want with it. So I look at it as in just being, like she said, express yourself, but more so spilling your emotions out on the canvas, or being able to display what goes on inwardly, outwardly to the world, and just being able to show people that you may be going through something that I am. It's a way for people to relate.
Do you have a favorite piece, Spencer, that you drew, or sculpture, or anything like that you can think of?
So I had an architect design split level in the library that I had designed here back in high school.
Okay.
And I won the competition like in the city. I think I came like second. I know I was top 5, not number 1, but top 5. Just being able to just believe in something. I admire artists and what they do and what they're capable of, and taking a blank, canvas or a piece of paper and turning it into a creation, because that's what life is, and you got to be able to apply it. Like, you take that, and sometimes you stare off when we're talking about the eyes of it. Sometimes you stare off and it's blank. You got to be able to create your own picture. You got the free will to live your own life any way that you want to do, bless the people that you want to bless. You got the power to create your own vision, and that's what art is, and that's what I feel like it does.
So in conclusion, we've talked a lot about the power of work ethic, working hard, being 100%, preparation, art, sports, softball, football, baseball. I think we've covered just about everything. It kind of reminds me of this great painting, Ruined by the Sea. The seas were terrible, it's all dark outside, the ruin was up on the top of the hill, and there's one ray of light. And it cascaded through a window, and it was shining on one flower.
Yes.
And that flower has an opportunity to grow and get stronger and populate many other flowers or whatever through bees and all that stuff. Really, the whole picture was unbelievable. But it kind of reminds me a lot of just, what we talked about was we've been hurt before, and the work ethic that took you to come back. So some may say the ruin, but no, that's not who Spencer Ware is. You keep growing, and it's the beauty that every single moment brings. That to me is what kind of you guys have shown throughout this whole time of talking, is that it's the beauty of your interaction, but it's also the beauty of what it is with design. And I understand you have a clothing design too.
Yes,
Lord. Yeah.
Yes, Lord.
You want to talk a little bit about that?
I will. So it's an urban brand, urban street brand. It's a lifestyle brand. YL is the logo. Yes, Lord is what it stands for. YES, LAWD. I spelled it that way because it's religious sensitive. It's a faith-based brand. And I said faith-based, brand, but it's whatever that individual believes in. And with society, with the things that's going on in the school systems, the reason for uniforms, or just social inequality, or just for people judging, it allows them to not be judged based off the clothes that's on their back. So that's what my brand does in society. On some of my things, on some of my clothing, I throw it before a lot. If my fans follow, when I score a touchdown, I throw it before. But it's more than that, and just using your circumstances to get you up out of it and not using it as an excuse. I look at it as 4 phases of life. You got the birth, the adolescent, the adulthood, and the elderly. Simplify it. A lot of the things in life, we complicate things, and that's what has us straying away from our true self and what we were put on this earth basically to do, and that's to bless other people.
Not surprising that after we've talked that you end with such a humble point in praising other people and blessing other people. Certainly had a great time talking to you, and Walter, we're excited about having you back to talk to our students at some point. You're going to hear soon about a big announcement from Spencer and Hope about a great program that is going to be held at Princeton to be able to help fund 3 foundations and be able to continue to bless and impact.
Yes.
And
I'm looking forward to it. We are looking forward to it. Like I tell them, you better come out, bring your cleats, bring your gym shoes, bring your baseball gloves, your back gloves, your helmet, your chin strap, because the face mask for softball, bring all that because it's going down. Celebrity basketball game.
So June 1st, the weekend of June 1st, you'll hear a lot more about it, but Hope Ware, thanks so much for coming in, and Spencer, certainly appreciate it, and that's the end of another episode of At Viking Diff, signing off.
That's loud.